became very special very quickly, I think, just from the different people they started booking here and having played.
I think Jordy embraced the fact from the very beginning when he opened that there was just a lot of great stuff out there, and this should be the home for it.
I think the eclecticism of the room was driven by two completely different agendas. I mean, one part of the eclecticism was that my brain was populated by diverse kinds of music. But the other side of it was that, this is a town of 25,000 people, and you can't be one thing in that town.
You might get away with it in a large city like New York or a Boston where there are successful clubs that will do one genre. There's very successful jazz clubs and they can do it 5 to 7 nights a week. But in a smaller community here, we have to be all things to all people.
We live in such a gray area for people to have broad perspectives, largely because of the 5 colleges, that people are open to new ideas. So they're open to see Habib Kwate one night and Luther Guitar Jr. Johnson the next night.
We can do seated dinner shows, which can be acoustic, anything from like a spoken word artist to a solo acoustic guitarist to a full 18-piece band, a hip-hop artist, electronic music. Like, it really is incredible because you can take out the tables in front and have a dance floor, and it works well for all different types of music.
And that's what makes this place so wonderful, is that it's not a jazz club, it's not a folk club, it's really a music club.
And so right from the very beginning, when the room was half the size, there were people coming here from all over the world, performers from all different genres and all different countries.
The Iron Horse was one of the few places that took the risk of bringing artists from around the world, particularly African artists.
I have formed these alliances with people who represented different parts of the community. Carol Young worked here for a long time, and she brought to this, women's music, as it was called.
I said, hey, Jordy, how about bringing in Margie Adam? I think she was the name that popped up in my head. She'd be great here. And he looked at me and he said, you do it. And then it started a whole series of women's music concerts.
When I booked, I didn't book with an eye towards who was going to be a superstar. I booked with an eye towards who I thought was really exciting or interesting musically.
His ability to pick out from the pile of demo tapes and say, this up-and-coming person might have it. It was exciting to watch, and one of them, it was, Suzanne Vega.
I didn't book Suzanne Vega because I thought this was going to be huge. I booked her because she chilled me to the bones, when I heard that first, demo tape.
I remember watching her play her set. I was like mesmerized. I couldn't believe how amazing she was, and she just had all those great songs that ended up on her first album.
She got signed here basically out of New York. Her people from her record company, A&M Records, came up to see her here at the Iron Horse.
Perhaps one of my favorite jazz shows, Wynton Marsalis.
We booked Wynton Marsalis as a favor to Avery Sharp, who was a wonderful bassist and who lived in the area. And of course, over a very short amount of time, Wynton became huge. But the impetus, in booking those shows was not, like, got a tiger by a tail here, I know where this one is going. The impetus was just to be doing great stuff.
That's the kind of place the Iron Horse was and is, that it would bring in these huge names, people who had shaped my musical life, and there they were, like just a few feet away from me.
Just a wonderful thing to see on Center Street in Northampton.